Hey everybody, Insane Mike here, your host from Attack of the Killer podcast, doing another Patreon video for you guys. And these Patreon videos are awesome because we can literally do just about anything. And I know a lot of times we'll do like unboxing videos or the cool new stuff that we got. But a lot of times when you get that stuff, we've had to order it online to get shipped to us. I love the thrill of the hunt. I like going to a store and searching for this stuff and finding it. So today I did a random road trip out of town to a really awesome music store in Burlington, Iowa called Weird Harold's. And it's kind of like a landmark, It's been around forever. And upstairs they have this amazing room of nothing but freaking records. It's just enormous and impossible to go through. And every time I'm there, I'm usually on a time crunch because I'm like there for Snake Alley Festival Film, and we only have a little bit of time for the next block of film start or whatever. Or I'm with friends that don't want to spend all day watching me flip through records. So I'm like, screw it, I'm going down there. Spent 2 hours by myself flipping through records, so it was great. There's also a local comic book store in that town too that I stopped at and picked up a few things. So here are my treasures that I found today on my little road trip. I'll start with the comic book store because that'll be quick. Just found a few comics in a dollar bin that are pretty cool. But I wanted to and then I got this for my Aquaman bathroom. Another Aquaman, this little action bendable figure. It's pretty cool. But I mostly wanted to share what I got from the comic book store because apparently in the comic book store world they have Hellboy Day coming up, and the guy had like all this stuff that he just was loading my bag with of like Hellboy stuff. So I thought it was pretty cool, and we chatted about the upcoming movie and whatnot. So I got some free Hellboy swag. That's pretty cool. So then, Weird Harold's. Started on the first floor. I went through the CDs and they used the DVDs and stuff, and I found a couple of things there. I know we've talked about this movie on the podcast before. This is the anthology horror film that all has like women directors doing each segment. I love this movie a lot, and it was like $5. I would rather have it on Blu-ray, but if I can find a DVD of a kick-ass movie to put into the collection that's like $5 or less, I'll go for it. I'll pull the trigger. So.
Thrill of the hunt.
Again, yeah, thrill of the hunt. So that movie's awesome. And then a big Frank Zappa fan, so I found another Frank Zappa CD I don't have in my collection. The Broadway, the Hard Way CD. And I love how Frank Zappa, one of the things that I love about this record here is the cover. I don't know if you can see that very well. I love how like Frank Zappa's always been like the rebel, the guy on the outside, the weirdo, the odd man out in the world of music and whatnot. But he is dressed very fucking 80s in this. This is his Miami Vice album cover right here, and I think it's hilarious. He's like, for Frank Zappa anyway, he's all clean cut and stuff, and I don't know if that's...
The songs don't match that cover?
Oh, well, hell no. It's typical Frank Zappa, but... Then on to the records. I know I've done a video in the past telling you I got a record collection. I love collecting records, and I got some treats from here. Big novelty music fan, obviously, we've talked about before. I'm a big Weird Al fan, so I found a few sweet novelty records that to add to my collection. Stan Freberg presents The United States of America. This is a really funny record. I have it originally on cassette, so that's pretty sweet. Now that I have it on record, I'll probably get rid of the cassette. But Dickie Goodman's Mr. Jaws. I remember when I was a kid and I'd go to Des Moines with my parents and to visit my sister, and we'd go shopping at the mall, and I would always hit up the record store and find the comedy album section. And this one, in the store that I would shop at a lot, I think it was in the Valley West Mall, this record was always taunted me, and I never bought it, and so now I'm excited to finally have it. Anyway, then another Stan Freberg album, one that I'm not familiar with, A Child's Garden of Freeburg. So can't wait to check this one out. Sticking with the comedy and novelty music. This was the cream of the crop. Couldn't believe I found this. Still sealed in its original cellophane. Big Barnes and Barnes fan, the guys who do the song Fish Heads. And I got the Best of Barnes and Barnes, the Bagabee album on freaking vinyl. And I remember when this album came out too, because it was like they were doing this whole best of retrospect thing of Barnes and Barnes. And they were on the Dr. Demento show promoting it and whatnot. And I had ordered, and I still have it too, the VHS Zabagaby Best of Barnes and Barnes. Was a collection of their music videos. And one of the things I noticed too, I'm debating if I'm going to open this or not, because the songs are different than the original tracks that's on this best of. At least the ones they played during that interview on the Dr. Demento show. I don't know. I don't think they were like new recordings or whatnot. Maybe just like remixes of the original recordings. But still cool, right? So, again, a Frank Zappa fan. So much so that I even like the music that his kids do. So, this is DeWeasel Zappa's album, My Guitar Wants to Kill Your Mama. Which is a Frank Zappa song that DeWeasel covers, and I love that song. And I love his version of the song. So I've been always trying to find the album that had that song on it. So I finally got that. I'm excited about that. And also an amazing, awesome music video too for DeWeasel's rendition of My Guitar Wants to Kill Your Mama. And that's one of my favorite, Zappa songs ever, is like that song, My Guitar Wants to Kill Your Mama. Most recently redone by the Meatmen on the Dr. Demento double album, Dr. Demento Covered in Punk. So the Meatmen do a pretty good job on that. My buddy Ragman, big metalhead, introduced me to a lot of metal music, and he introduced me to this character, the Great Kat, who is this female heavy metal chick. She's awesome and crazy, and she, her early stuff was all, she's just an amazing, violin and guitar player, and, her early albums was her playing violin to, this metal music, and it was just so fast and everything, so I can't wait to check this out. I don't think she does violin on this one, but, and it says right here on the back, the Great Kat, metal's fastest guitarist. Yeah, with such classic songs as Death to You, Satan Goes to Church, Worship Me or Die, and Kill the Mothers with a U, not an O. No. And then lastly, I don't know what this is. I can't wait to check it out. But it's Monster Mash Sounds of Terror. So I don't know if this is a sound effects album. It's got where's the track listing? Oh yeah, it's on the front. Stuff like The Mummy's Revenge, Jack the Ripper, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, Curse of the Zombies. So I don't know if it's as a spoken word record, if these are novelty songs, or if this is a sound effects album. I'm going to assume it's a sound effects album. I think it's kind of funny they put Monster Mash right big as part of the title of it. Because it's very misleading because the Monster Mash isn't on this. But the cover's cool.
So cool.
And it doesn't matter to me what the content is. I love all of that, whether if it's a sound effects album or if it's a spoken word thing or whatever. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna love it anyway. So I'm not gonna be disappointed with whatever I put, but it was definitely worth it for the cover alone. So that was my haul for today. Yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for being a Patreon supporter. And I gotta go. I got some records to listen to. Peace.